Almost all this gear I took with me on a 3,750 kilometer journey around Italy and Austria in 2023. It's very good quality gear. Having said that, the best gear to get is whatever the gear you can afford to get you on the bike as soon as you can and just get touring. But if you're an enthusiast and you love doing big tours, this is some very high quality gear that I spent a lot of time researching before I bought and collected it over about 6 months. So enjoy. Well, I'm about to go to New Zealand tomorrow and put this bike in that box there. So I thought I'd do a gear video. It'd be a good time to do a gear video. I'll just start with what's on the bike. So in here I've got the tent. It's the big Agnes copper Spur. Love this tent. It's brilliant. It's pretty expensive. You can probably get something not as good, but pretty good for 3 times less. I just put it in a Cedar Summit 10 litre bag. Much easier. I can cram the whole tent in there in 30 seconds and do it up. Doesn't need to be cinched down in the compression bag that the big Agnes comes in, because I'm not putting it in a bag. It can just get strapped on the back. It doesn't have to be super small. And I use the Voile straps. These are brilliant. These have these custom clips, or clips that are made for the 10mm tubing that go on the, they snap onto the rack, and super strong, and love them. The little mat underneath, that's just part of the sleeping pad. I use that to sit on and as a little porch at the front door of the tent. Really comfortable to sit on, and it acts as mud guard and protects the tent from getting all muddy from the wheels. Stops all the crap going onto my back. Ortlieb classic Panniers, not the big ones, they're just the normal ones. I don't carry a hell of a lot of gear. If I was going to be going days without food, I'd probably want the bigger bags. This is an Ortlieb Ultimate 6, I think. Love this. This is awesome. This bag is just brilliant. Fully waterproof. It's magnetic, and it just snaps shut like that. It's got a little button here you can click to pull it off. It's got a shoulder strap, so all my drone, passport, GoPro, money, all the expensive stuff and stuff I can't lose, like passport and all that, goes into there, goes onto my shoulder when I go into the shops. And I come back out, clip it back on. It's just brilliant. This is a snack caddy from Kai Venture Bags, which I don't think you can get these anymore. This is the Ryan Van Duzer one, and I wouldn't recommend getting one anyway in Australia because the shipping was ridiculous. And same with this. I'd just get one off Amazon if I had to get another one now, because this was ridiculously expensive. When by the time you convert it from US dollars and you do the shipping, I think this was over $100, this bloody thing. So never again. I should have looked at Amazon first. Same with this thing. Oh, yeah, these aren't so easy to get. But so in this, what do you call it, seat post bag, we've got spare tube, some tools, and rubber repair kit. Frame bag, yeah, got waterproof stuff in that. So that's my Gore-Tex jacket, and my weatherproof pants go in there. And then inside this is rubber booties and rubber gloves. GoPro goes in here. Lightweight spray jacket goes in here. And now let's do what's in the bags. Okay, in the right rear pannier we have cook kit. We've got this, I think it's a Tubus 900ml cook pot, and then a smaller coffee cup style cup. And we've got some steel wool and a little rag to dry stuff off, and a lighter. And that fits inside that and goes in its little tea cozy. Next, little knife, lightweight. Just got it from a camping store. Nice and sharp, nice and light. Little chopping board. Cut it to the shape of the pannier so it slides down in there easy. rag, a couple of rags. One of them's to dry my body after I shower or have a swim. Pedal tool. Some bags to put food in, crush up some noodles or put oats in when I go to the grocery store. Ziploc bags, always handy. Some more bags, these are also handy. I'm not taking spare shoes this time. I'm going to put my feet inside these bags if I need to put, if I'm at camp and my shoes are wet and I've had a shower and whatever, I need to put my shoes back on, put my socks, feet inside my socks and into these bags, and then put my wet shoes back on, and then I don't have to carry an extra pair of shoes. And I've got my flip-flops, thongs as well I'm taking, which is what I usually wear around camp. I'd usually never put shoes back on, any shoes on after I get off the bike. But if I have to, I've got these bags to put my feet in. Some lightweight cutlery. Couple of spoons, knife. These spoons are great, really long handle ones. Normal spoon, knife and fork. This is a wash mitt for washing yourself. To be honest, I didn't even use it in Italy, but you can get into a creek or whatever and wash yourself down. I end up just using it to keep my cutlery in. And that's all I'll use it for this time, but I've got it. This is brilliant. This is a Lucy Lite. It lasts forever. It's solar powered. It's got 3 different light settings. 3 different brightness levels. You can blow it up. You can blow it up and hang it up in your tent, hang it up on the side of your tent, hang it up in a tree, hang it up wherever you want. It's brilliant, it lasts forever. I've charged this maybe twice in Italy, chucked it in the sun for 15 minutes. You don't have to ride with it strapped on the outside of your bag so it charges all day. This thing lasts, it just keeps going and going and going. You barely have to charge it. You barely have to put it in the sun. It's brilliant, and it weighs nothing. Takes up no room, it's so light. Fantastic. Look at that. What's in here? Mystery bag. Oh, it's other tools. Bolts and stuff for when I'm on the plane. I take my front rack off and bolts all go in there. Got some tape. Got a spare seat post clamp. Got some strong rope, lightweight thin rope for if I need that. Spare cable, shifting cable. Multi-tool Leatherman thing, fake Leatherman. Rag, wet lube, dry lube, gloves for doing chain and handling the stove. This stove is the Whisper Lite, MSR Whisper Lite, and it's a petrol stove. It takes kerosene, white gas, petrol, takes a few things, but the easiest thing is petrol. I tried kerosene. Online it said it would produce less soot. That did not seem to be true. Same amount of soot, and about 10 times the price. So, you know, you fill this up for 50 cents. Kerosene's about $5 a litre, and it's no better. I didn't find it any better. It's supposed to be better on the seals. I did have to replace a seal already after 4 weeks of camping in Italy, 4 or 5 weeks. I had to replace the seal in here where the fuel line goes into there. Had to replace the seal in there because petrol's very hard on the seals because of the additives in the petrol. Kerosene's meant to have less additives, but this, how much is a seal? It's nothing. And it's easy to replace, so it's much easier to just use petrol, I think. Kero doesn't seem to burn any more efficiently and it produces just as much soot. But I don't recommend this stove. It doesn't fold up small. As you can see, it's a bit of a nightmare. Like, you just hook that in there and that's as compact as that will get. There's another brand of stove that I'll put down here that's way better. Don't get this. Don't get this. And the gloves are for the soot that you get all over your hands handling the stove. And that's the rear right pannier. Okay, rear left pannier. This is a Thermarest Vespa -6 degree bag. These are expensive. I'd have a look around. Look at Dan Becker's site and maybe Hayes Outdoors. Dan Becker, I know he does reviews on cheaper stuff. This is $950. I found it for $650 on Amazon. I mean, it's really light. It's really good. It's a quilt. It's -6 degrees. And it packs down so small. It comes with a compression sack. You can pack it down to that big. I don't bother doing that. It's too much time. I can just jam it so quickly into the pannier and still fit everything I need in it. It's so much quicker. Unless you're bike packing and you need the space, you don't need to use the compression sack. It's so much easier to cram everything straight into your bag. This is a flex tail gear pump. These are brilliant, just brilliant. This will pump up your sleeping mattress, sleeping pad. I gave up after 8 times. I tested it, I got to 8 times, it filled it up, and it still had more battery left. I don't know how many times it'll fill it up, but I knew I wouldn't go more than a week without power. So it's tiny, it weighs nothing, and it'll pump up your air mattress. And it's a Lite. Oh, with multiple settings. I've never used it because the Lucy Lite's great, and then you've got a headlamp as well. So it's a spare light. Hopefully I'll never have to use it. This pillow is brilliant. This Trekology Aloft Pillow 2.0. It's got nice fabric. It's nice and soft. It's just brilliant. It cradles. It's concave, so it cradles your head. You don't roll off it. It's just brilliant. This is a Thermarest Neo Air X Therm. This is a really, really good sleeping pad. This has the highest rating you can get for insulation. I think it goes up to 6. I don't know, but they're expensive. I'd have a look around. I know you can get good air mattresses cheaper. This I think was $450, maybe Australian dollars. It's pretty light. It's light. You can get lighter, obviously, but when you get lighter, they puncture it more easily. And I just love this. I love it. This is a sleeping bag liner, and I keep this inside the sleeping bag liner. So when I roll it out, it's already inside this sleeping bag liner, because I don't like the feeling of this, especially if you have hot night, if it's warmer, and sticking to this with your sweat. I like to have, acts like a fitted sheet over your mattress. And I just keep this inside that, rolled up, pump it up, and it's all ready to go. And it's just a fantastic sleep system. Thermarest sleeping bag liner and that Trekology pillow. I sleep as good in my tent as I do in my bed. I'm not even joking. This is a camping lead. That's what they call it in New Zealand. You can buy one of these from New Zealand for about 130 bucks. I'm lucky my brother-in-law's an electrician, so he made this up for me. It fits the same as Europe's campsites. That's the same plug, I'm pretty sure. So I can go to a campground and I can plug in and charge everything. Should be able to stay charged and camp every night, and with this camping lead, fingers crossed. I wish I had one of these in Europe. It is a bit of bulk, but I mean, it's not super heavy. Okay, front right pannier. We've got one pair of thick merino socks for camp, really warm. 2 pairs of ankle socks, merino wool for riding in. A hat, which I might not even take. Beanie, wool. 1 merino wool t-shirt for riding in. There's 2 of these. Don't know where the other, oh, I know where the other one is. 1 merino long sleeve shirt. 1 thick synthetic thermal shirt for at camp, cold nights. Pair of North Face lightweight pants that have knees that zip off, the bottom legs zip off. They're handy. I didn't even take the legs to Italy. I just took the shorts in case I got really wet in my riding shorts. I've got something dry to put on at camp. Pretty light. Merino wool leg warmers for off the bike. Full length. These go ankle all the way up. Full length. Really warm. Really nice to wear at camp when it's cold. Okay, front left pannier. In here I've got water filtration. This is a Camelbak bag to collect the water in. These are brilliant because they just open up and you can quickly fill the whole bag from a stream, wherever, whatever, and get to your filtering. Plunger to clean the water filter, and this is a micro squeeze, Sawyer micro squeeze. I've got a Sawyer squeeze or mini squeeze. Apparently these clog up very easily, the micro squeeze, and you lose flow quickly, and it takes a long time to push the water through. So I don't know if I'll take this. I might take my new one. I probably won't even have to use it a lot. The new one's a bit bigger, but apparently they work a lot better. First aid kit, little one. It's just got bandages and antiseptic cream, scissors, tape, tweezers, basic stuff. Riding gloves, nicks, and another pair of nicks. Riding leg warmers for riding. These are lined with the nice fluffy stuff. These are nice and warm. Arm warmers, and I'll take another pair of arm warmers. These were cheap Amazon arm warmers. I got some black ones because I'm going to New Zealand. Right? All blacks. Woolen, merino wool, fairly lightweight gloves. These are grip grab, and these are for riding when it's cold, but also I've just got rubber gloves that these fit inside of, because there's no real rubber gloves that are fully waterproof. The ones that are neoprene, and you get hot as hell, you sweat your ass off, and it's easier to just get some nice merino wool gloves. I've got a black pair of rubber gloves, dishwashing gloves, and these will slide inside there, and happy days. Some more Ziploc bags, toiletries. I've still got to put a couple of things in there, but it's most of it. Sun cream and whatnot. Lightweight MacPack down jacket with a hood. And then I've just got all the electronics stuff. I've got an Anker 6-port charger, or whatever, it's 6 I think. The drone batteries, 20,000 milliamp hour battery pack, 26,000 I think. 20,000 milliamp Anker brand, 20,000 this one. 4 Enduro GoPro batteries, charger, all the cables. And I've got another battery pack, 8,000 milliamp hour, that I took to Italy, but I probably won't take it to New Zealand because I've got that charging cable for the tent site, and I might not even take this 20,000 one. I might just take this one. And that's it, I think.